Hey guys, I'm Erin. If you don't know who I am, I have helped multiple OnlyFans creators scale their income to 5 figures using our organic proven growth strategies. In this video, I'm going to talk about why it's so important to grow your OnlyFans organically. And you might be wondering what organic even means, but I'll get into that. So an example of organic is on social media, you posting content and growing your social media organically, so getting followers naturally because they're actually genuinely interested in you and your content specifically. And in turn, people will subscribe to your OnlyFans because they just genuinely want to see more of you because it's you, not just because you're a random girl on Instagram who does OnlyFans. You have built an audience surrounding you and your personality. And an example of something like non-organic would be like shout out for shout out or like guaranteed gains, using all these spammy growth methods, which I personally don't like. I think that they're awful to use and you're not gonna build a loyal fan base this way. You'll build a way better connection with people if they have followed you organically, and the better the connection with people, the better the engagement, the bigger the spenders, right? Now, there are 3 social media platforms which are good for organic growth, one being Instagram, one being TikTok, and one being YouTube. And you can kind of use Twitter, but let's be real, guys are only there for one thing and it's definitely not your personality. Instagram's good, you can use the photo content on the feed to your advantage, as long as your pictures are high quality, have good lighting, and they're just composed correctly and they represent you, you're all set. Think of your Instagram feed as like a modeling portfolio. Let's say influencers, for example. When brands come across their page, they look at their feed and it's kind of like a modeling portfolio. Like, why are they gonna pick this influencer to work with? You've got to represent yourself and your content so well. Same goes for OnlyFans creators. You've got to represent yourself to all these potential subscribers and they will subscribe to you if they want to. And you can use your Instagram feed to utilize that and to try and represent yourself to grow organically. Another important thing to remember is you need to be like niche focused. If you're in a niche, you need to stay in your niche, kind of like stay in your lane kind of thing. Same goes for Instagram Reels. So your feed is more of like the portfolio, like showing you for you, and your Reels are the growth source. Again, they need good lighting and they need to be in your niche. TikTok, I'd say, is probably the most saturated platform, but it is still definitely beneficial to have, of course. Something you may have realized about TikTok as well is they are very strict. So you need to be very careful with what you post. Nothing too over-sexualized, they will remove it straight away and it is not worth it. Obviously on TikTok you can post video content, but another thing you can do are the photo slideshows. These are a personal favorite. You can literally lay in bed, reuse the same photos over and over and just make like 100 of these TikToks. So easy. But also as well, TikTok's not great to like directly promote your OnlyFans. So you would connect your Instagram to your bio on TikTok and push the people to your Instagram, which is where your link will be for your OnlyFans. This is another thing to keep in mind. A lot of people probably put their OnlyFans in their bio. You do not want to come across as a spicy creator on TikTok. It is not worth it. They will literally, they have AI that picks this sort of stuff up. They will ban you. Finally, we have YouTube. It is so slept on by all OF creators. I'm not even gonna lie. It's one of the best platforms. You should definitely hop on it if you haven't already. So many girls don't do it. They probably think it's too hard. Maybe they're nervous or they just haven't realized the potential it has. YouTube isn't saturated like the other platforms, so it's so much easier to stand out. If there's, let's say, 10 OnlyFans creators and 9 of them don't do YouTube and 1 of them does, then obviously that one is going to stand out. They've got so much extra content. And the best thing as well about YouTube is you can portray your personality so much more than other social media platforms. And that's the main difference between like long form content and short form content. You can put so much more of your personality in. And if you can retain someone's attention for like a whole long form video, they're going to care way more about you than if they're just scrolling through TikTok like looking at all these girls. This works hand in hand because at the end of the day, one of the main things you need to remember is these guys that might subscribe to your OF are going to want to get to know you. And if you portray your personality and they like what they see, they're going to want to talk to you. They're going to be interested. And where are they going to go to talk to you? Not your Instagram, because they know you're not going to reply. They're going to subscribe to your OnlyFans. And these kind of guys are the ones who spend big money. Get to know them, find out their interests, show that you really care about them, have a great connection, and they'll become a big spender. I'm going to give a little example of one of our creators. So she started YouTube and she was making around 4 figures a month. She wasn't happy with where she was. She never even thought about doing YouTube. We started her up a channel and she's now got 30k subscribers. She gets over 10k views on every video. Her first video even hit 1 million views, which is insane. That was kind of a bit of luck mixed with the fact that she just decided to do it. That doesn't always happen, but the possibility is there. If someone can get 1 million views in their first YouTube video, you're definitely going to hit 1 million views with some consistency. That's kind of like the overview of like the organic growth methods, but let's talk about the non-organic ones. There's 3 things that are non-organic that I actually cannot stand. I'm going to talk about them because you should not be doing these things. You need to be growing organically. One is shout out for shout out on Instagram, one is shout out for shout out on OnlyFans itself, and the next is guaranteed gains. And you're probably wondering like, oh, how come it's so bad to do that? Well, I'll tell you. Like I've said throughout this video, it's so important to grow organically. You need that connection with your audience. Bigger creators like Elle Brooke, like Emily Black, Lauren Alexis have not hit 6 figures in 1 month from doing these spammy methods. They've all put so much time and effort into their content, and they've got like niches, and they focus directly on their audience, give them what they want, portray themselves, and people love them for them. Something to remember as well if you're going to be trying to grow organically is consistency. Consistency is key. I always say this to all of our clients. You have to be consistent on social media or you will not grow. So of course you need the good quality content. Of course you need to be in your niche, staying in your lane, like I said, but you do need to be consistent. It is so important. I cannot stress it enough. If you just post loads one week and not the next, you're just going to mess everything up, and that's the harsh reality of it. You need to be organized, you need a content schedule, you need to make sure that you're planning in advance, you need content in advance, whether it's batch creating, you need to be organized, you need to take this seriously. It's your job at the end of the day, even if it's just for a bit of extra money on the side. You have to treat this as a job. You are a business owner if you do OnlyFans, and you need to remember that. If you're feeling stuck for content ideas, or if you don't know what niche you're in and you just kind of want like a little bit of a review of your social media, it's absolutely fine. Feel free to drop me a message. My link is in the description down below. I will help you out. I'll answer any questions you have at all. But yeah, for this video, that's it for today. So make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.